Just stop gambling. How many times have we been told that? I've even told myself that statement hundreds of times, probably over the course of my life. Gambling addicts know, either deep down or very, very obviously, that what we're doing is hurting us. But we just can't stop. Now, there's this idea that quitting gambling, it's a matter of willpower. If you're strong-minded enough and you're determined enough, then you're gonna get clean. You'll simply be able to just stop. Well, I can tell you from personal experience that it's a whole lot deeper than that. So today, we're going to be discussing a really important topic, and it's the misconception that willpower alone can help you quit gambling. Many people genuinely believe that the sheer determination to quit is all that it takes to overcome addiction. But in reality, there's several factors at play. So let's dive a little bit deeper into why willpower alone is not going to be the ultimate solution to the issue. First, to understand why willpower isn't enough, we need to get a grasp of the power of addiction. Now, gambling addiction is a really complex issue, and it affects the brain on multiple levels. It alters the brain's reward system, making it difficult to resist the urge to gamble. The excitement and the anticipation that we get of winning, and simply by being involved, creates a rush of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward in our brain. Now, over time, the brain becomes dependent on this dopamine rush, and that leads to compulsive gambling behaviors. The brain also develops a tolerance towards the amounts that are released, and you have to gamble more money and more often in order to feel that same rush that you felt in the beginning. Gambling addiction follows an absolutely vicious cycle, and it perpetuates the problem. Initially, people experience the thrill of winning, which reinforces the belief that they're in control of their gambling and that gambling is a really great thing to do. However, as the odds of the games catch up to you and the losses begin to accumulate, you realize that chasing your losses and hoping for a big win trying to recover just isn't feasible. This cycle of hope, loss, and desperation makes it incredibly challenging to break free from the grip of a gambling addiction. Now, trying to overcome gambling addiction alone can be an absolutely uphill battle. Many people have a lack of support from friends and family who might not fully understand the complexity of their addiction. Without a strong support system, it becomes even more challenging to stay motivated and stay committed to quitting. Willpower can waver when you feel isolated and unsupported. I actually like to view willpower as kind of like a loading bar or a battery pack. As we fill our lives with support and positive experiences for our mental and physical health, we have more willpower to battle against temptations. But when we're living in isolation, and we're doing things that don't support us in the long run, like eating junk food, drinking, watching too much TV, we're setting ourselves up for a low level of willpower, and eventually, a relapse. Gambling addiction often stems from deeper emotional issues, such as stress, anxiety, or depression. And many people turn to gambling as a coping mechanism to escape feelings of numbness, feelings of sadness, and feelings of boredom. While willpower will temporarily suppress the desire to gamble, it doesn't address the underlying emotional issues that drive the addiction. So it's essential that you seek help from either professionals or through reflection in group meetings to address the root causes so that you can develop healthier coping mechanisms for what's going on in your brain. The accessibility of gambling today also adds another layer of complexity. So with online platforms and mobile apps, gambling's readily available. It makes it really hard to resist when it's at your fingertips constantly. And additionally, the constant bombardment of the advertisements that we get and the promotions, don't even get me started, they further fuel the temptation to gamble. So willpower alone can't fight against these big powers pervasively trying to market to you, and that's because on any given day, you may have more or less willpower than on other days. So this is exactly why you need to do things such as self-exclusion from casinos and sportsbooks, which is something that I talk about in this video that I'm going to link above. So check it out after this video's over. Don't go now, please. Now that we understand why willpower alone is not going to help us to quit, let's discuss effective strategies that will help us. Seeking support from professional therapists or counselors and or support groups make a huge difference. These resources guide our understanding and, most importantly, in my opinion, develop accountability for us. They help you address the underlying issues and develop coping mechanisms that can help you live a healthy life without gambling. Accountability is a really powerful tool in addiction recovery. By involving trusted people in your journey, such as family members and friends, but also mainly support groups, you create a network of people who can provide encouragement, hold you accountable, and that can actually relate to what you're saying and understand the problems that you're feeling. Sharing your progress, your challenges, and your victories with others can help you to stay focused, keep on track, and stay motivated as well, which ironically helps to build up your willpower. Now, overcoming gambling addiction requires a serious shift in your mindset and the development of a whole new identity. It's important to redefine yourself beyond being a gambler and focus on other aspects of your life that can bring you fulfillment and purpose. Now, a lot of us are actually known in our circles as the gambler, and that's a really dangerous mentality that needs to be overcome, because by building a new identity, you create a stronger foundation for long-term recovery where you can become the version of yourself that you were seeking through gambling in a healthier way. But as we wrap up today's discussion, it's clear that willpower alone is simply just not enough, because it's unreliable and its strength really varies on a day-to-day basis. Addiction is a complex issue, and it requires a multifaceted approach. By seeking support, addressing underlying emotional issues, setting realistic goals for your recovery, and staying accountable to others, you can significantly increase your chances of successfully overcoming a gambling addiction. Remember, it's an absolute mistake to face this challenge alone. So reach out to professionals, join a support group, and talk to your loved ones who can provide the guidance and encouragement that you need. I want you to comment down below ways that your support system has made a positive difference in your recovery. Also, if you want to stop gambling and find a life in recovery, this channel is perfect for you. Smash that subscribe button to stay up to date on content that will help you to live a better life without the chaos of gambling. Together, we can break free from the grasp of gambling addiction and create a happier and healthier future. That all happens one day at a time.